Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the McGonagall Boxing Podcast. We are just 8 days away, 8 days away from Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, WBC title eliminator for the lightweight title. I cannot wait. For me, Garcia is better than Haney. For me, Garcia is better than a lot of lightweights. He's better than Campbell. And I think you're going to see not another young prospect get found out, but you're going to see a young prospect become great overnight. I think Campbell is a very, very accomplished fighter. He's world level. He deserves all the respect. And Garcia needs to take Campbell very seriously. And I believe he has done. But there are levels to this sport. I think Garcia does things that Campbell cannot do, cannot plan for, and cannot combat. Garcia is lightning with his hooks. Don't forget, he's also in the same camp as Canelo. He's got a brilliant trainer in Eddie Rosario, and I just think that Eddie is the best trainer in the world right now. I think he's so smart. Look at the tactics he give Canelo against Smith. Who would have thought about pretty much punching Smith on the arm to take away that left hook? Who? Brilliant tactics from a brilliant trainer. He susses other fighters out. But not only that, he's a brilliant coach on offense and defense. Look how Canelo has evolved over the last couple of years. And I think Garcia's the same. I think Campbell's going to find it more difficult than he thinks to hit and hurt Garcia. I think he's going to find it more difficult as well to avoid the lightning speed of Garcia. Yes, I get people say, well, Garcia hasn't fought anyone of Campbell's class. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm also not going to argue that Garcia's chin hasn't been tested. There's a reason his chin hasn't been tested yet, because he's lightning. He's lightning on the bottle. He can punch with both hands. And when he gets you hurt, he gets you out there. For me, he is like the 21st century De La Hoya. I mean, De La Hoya was the same. Silky skills, great defense. But when he hurt you, you knew about it and he'd get you out there. And I think Garcia is the same. I think he's brilliant. I think there's only two people in the lightweight division that beat him right now. Teofimo, because I think Teofimo can do everything that Garcia can do, speed-wise, boxing intelligence-wise, and I think he's got the size to eventually get to Garcia. And I think Loma, yes, it wasn't a great performance from Loma, but he was out the ring for a year. He's had shoulder injury that people forget about. I think Loma at his best is too much for Garcia. No one else. I don't think Haney's going to beat him, and I don't think Campbell's going to beat him. And you have to wonder as well, how much was that grueling fight taken out of Campbell against Loma? I mean, because, but he fought bravely and he won a few rounds, there's no question. But ultimately he got beat up, didn't he? And he nearly got stopped very, very close in 2 rounds. And the last round he was pretty much rugby tackling Loma to survive. So it was a tough, grueling fight. He's been out the ring a year. He's now 33. And for a heavyweight, that's a great age. For the lower weights, not so, because they rely more on speed and reflexes and timing. And obviously we know that slows up the more you get into your 30s. So it's a very intriguing fight. I'm not saying, like a lot of experts, I'm not disagreeing with them saying that Campbell can't win this fight. Maybe nerves, maybe it's Garcia's biggest fight, maybe the experience gets to Garcia, but I can't see it. He seems very confident in himself. He's not a kind of man like maybe a Dubois who's going to be like a deer in the headlights on the big fight. He's very self-assured. He lives in the gym, trains in the gym, and I just think he's got a better defense than someone like Dubois. I don't think it's just overhyped or too early for Garcia. I think he's the real deal. I think he's a phenom. And I think, stats don't lie. His knockout rate is ridiculously high, like 95%. And I think you're going to see the speed is what kills. Look at Pacquiao. And I believe Garcia, speed-wise, is up there. And I don't think Campbell, you can't train for a Boris Becker serve. You can't train for a Lewis Hamilton overtake. You can't train for a Ryan Garcia speed. It's frightening. And I just think he's going to get to Campbell. I think the wear and tear with Campbell over the years will get to him. And I can really see Garcia stopping Campbell. I think it'll probably be a chess match early on with Campbell, kind of showing his boxing skills. But eventually Garcia's going to realise he's not going to try and outbox Olympic gold medalist. He's not going to do that. He's going to get in his face. He's going to bring it to Campbell. And ultimately, he's going to beat him with speed. He's going to wear him down. His barrage of punches. Yes, Campbell might have success early on, carrying him, but eventually it's going to be too much. The younger man will get to Luke Campbell, and I believe Garcia will stop him. And I reckon it'll be about the 8, 9, 10 mark. Either gets stopped or McGuigan pulls Campbell out. And I think it might retire Luke Campbell, because where does he go from here at 33? I hope Campbell wins. Of course, my British, patriotic self wants Campbell to win. I just can't see it happening. I think Ryan Garcia gets the job done. I don't think it's the hype train. I think he's the real deal, and I think he goes on to beat Haney in a great fight in 2021 to become the WBC lightweight champion of the world. It's the best division in boxing right now. It's exciting times. It's going to be Teofimo Garcia one day, and what a fight that's going to be. But for now, Campbell Garcia, don't miss it. It's going to be electric while it lasts, but I think you're going to see a new boxing star born next Saturday, 2nd of January, with Ryan Garcia stopping Luke Campbell. Let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people are torn 50-50. They think experience beats youth and speed. I don't. Let me know. All right, guys. Have a great Christmas. I'll catch you soon. Bye.